I was born January the 1st, 1930. I live 1307 North Jefferson in St. Louis, Missouri.
And who did you live with?
My mother
Okay, and that's it?
and I lived with my stepfather, and there was a time that I lived with my two nephews and their mother.
Okay, but
All of us lived in one house.
what was your mother's name?
Bessie George,
And what was your stepfather?
Winston Jefferson,
And who were the nephews in the house?
Joshua Patton, and John Patton.
John is your brother.
Yeah. My brother's name was Patton. My name was Todd. My mother married twice.
Oh, y'all had different fathers?
Yes. I was the only one named Todd. My brother's name was Patton. So I kind of took on a little Patton, but it wasn't my name.
I didn't know that.
How'd I do
You
that?
and Uncle John don't have the same father?
No,
I didn't know that.
you didn't. Richard either.
Richard got a different father?
Yeah, they got the same father.
They got the same father.
Uh-huh. They're only a year and a half apart. They're really close together. But I came way down the line. My mother married again. And she married my father, which is a younger man. Ooh. Construction worker.
A construction worker.
Made big money.
Big money.
Yeah, he helped build the Fox Theater. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where'd you go to grade school?
DeVoyle.
The Royal.
Mm-hmm.
And did you have a favorite subject?
Favorite subject, but math was always my favorite subject.
You were good at math.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Came easy to you.
Yeah. I still count everything. I still automatically count things.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
You saying that, but I do. If you ask me something, Callie, how many was that? Oh, girl, that was about 15. You know, because I automatically, unconsciously count people.
Oh, okay. So then you went to the Ball grade school.
Yes.
And then you graduated
In 1940.
From the 8th grade.
Yes.
That was a big deal, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. We didn't have room in the school. We had the graduation at the church.
Yeah. For the 8th grade.
Mhm. There wasn't there wasn't any. Well, there wasn't an auditorium in the school, so we had our graduation at a church,
Yeah.
which is big enough to hold the parents and the family, you know.
Yeah. So where'd you go to high school after that, Mom?
I went to one high school, but Shine High School, from 1945 to 48. I graduated in 3 years because I went to summer school to make the credits up to have whatever 32 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to summer school each summer, and I gave credit for that. So I graduated for 3 years, and I was proud of that.
So you graduated
And
3 years.
instead of 4 years.
You graduated.
But I didn't learn anything.
You graduated in 1948.
Yeah, 45. I went and graduated 48. I remember that distinctly.
What was your favorite subject in high school?
Math.
Oh yeah.
I still like math.
Did you take algebra and stuff like that?
Only algebra 1. I think I had to take algebra 1 and 2 because they found out that I had not had enough math credits to graduate, and so they decided I'd have to take math 1 and 2 at the same time.
Algebra 1.
I mean, yeah, I didn't do so good.
Yeah. I thought math was your.
It was, but I remember when I went in the algebra 2 class, I was taking it the same time I was taking algebra 1.
Oh.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
I know it.
Right. But you graduated.
Yeah, teacher wanted me to graduate, and I wanted to graduate too.
Right.
It was an honor to graduate in 3 years.
Oh Who came to your graduation?
Nobody.
Nobody came to your graduation. Where was your mama?
My mama didn't come.
Where was she?
I don't know.
Where was Richard? Where was Richard?
I don't know.
And nobody came to your graduation.
No, I don't remember nobody coming.
Nobody.
That's sad, isn't it? Sad.
So then after graduation, you just did what? What you did?
I got married.
So you had a boyfriend in high school.
I was 17 or 16 or something. I had about 40 boyfriends.
I had a lot of boyfriends, but they were just boyfriends. They called me their girlfriend because I looked fairly well. And they would call me their girlfriend, but I wouldn't be their girlfriend.
You wasn't really.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't really their girl.
Mm-mm. They pick, I guess boys pick our girlfriend.
Yeah.
Somebody's nice looking, say she my girlfriend. I'm like, I am,
Who'd you get married to?
Eugene Atkins.
Well, how did you meet him?
He in school, but he was behind. He should have been in a higher grade than he was for some reason. When he came from Mississippi or whatever to transfer schools, I don't know how they did that. He should have been a higher grade than he was. I guess they put him, in order to be in high school, you couldn't be over 18 or something. He came from Mississippi and he had to make it on his own. Mal's daddy was a hard worker. He made it on his own without any relatives, anything. So the girlfriends he had were older than him. So he had a variety of experience. Oh. And I was like square, I guess.
So then y'all got married.
Yeah.
Where did you get married?
Where'd I get married?
Where?
In a church.
In a church. What's the name of the church?
I can't think of Bethlehem or something. I can't think of.
When?
In 1948, I think.
Right after you had gotten out of high school?
Yeah. I got married because I was pregnant.
Oh, you was pregnant.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, no, I wasn't no shotgun wedding because he was happy to marry me.
Yeah, he was lucky, huh?
Huh?
He was lucky.
Well, maybe so.
So then y'all had a baby.
Yes, Elliot. And we lived in the house with my mother.
Y'all lived with your mother?
First, we lived in someplace else. Somebody he knew. People were renting rooms out, and we rented from somebody. And we rented, and there was nothing for me to do in the daytime. My friends that went to either college or somewhere, I didn't have any friends. I felt like isolated or something.
Boy, he had to go to work? Where was he working?
He worked at the post office. I think he was happy to get the job at the post office. Who did your daddy work for?
Pawn shop.
At the pawn shop, yeah. But right after that, he got the post office. And he was happy about that because that was a civil service job. It was security.
Yeah, good
Yeah, he was lucky. He was happy to get his job at the post office. They were hiring black people. So many minorities had to work for the government. So maybe he's one of the lucky ones. He could probably tell you if he was living. He was one of the lucky ones. And he broke his neck getting at the post office because that was security. Most black men didn't have any security like that. They get fired tomorrow and something like that. But when you work for the post office, it's like, ooh, he was really lucky to get that job. And they tell me they worked hard at that post office. They say they worked hard at the post office. I worked there one Christmas. They were hiring for a week or something, and I thought I would die. But he was happy to get that government job because they just only hired so many minorities, and he was happy to get that government job.
And then
He
did y'all
was
buy
he was
y'all?
like fortunate. Oh, he got that government job. I'm just like, oh. And now I think none of it.
No, was you dating Daddy?
Yes, I started dating him when I started working.
Okay.
When I started working, I met Elbert on the job.
Oh.
He was older than me, but he would meld with me on the job.
Oh, so you got a job with the government,
Yes,
and that's when you met Elwood.
right.
Okay. And what was that job?
Where was it?
What was the name of that job? What kind of job?
Army Finance Center.
And what did you do?
A clerk. What else could I do? Always you get hired as a clerk, and that covers filing. That covers the labor work.
Okay. So they hired you as clerk. How much money did you make?
$2,400 a year.
No. For real?
24, 26 one. I saw that. I said, "Oh, mother, I've been making 2,400. Divide that by 12. Divide that by 24."
$200 a month?
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
$200 a month. So you made $50 a week. That's real good. Back then.
Every 2 weeks, I get $100 and some dollars. Well, you had to measure what you're saying against everything else. The rent was $15 a month. So measure everything. When you laugh, measure. The loaf of bread was a nickel. So measure everything. When you laugh about it, I mean not laughing. You smile about it.
I was surprised.
Well, yeah, it's just like imagine everything going down. Imagine how much your car would cost.
How much did the car cost?
About $2,000, and that was
That's a lot of money.
yeah. And rent was $15 a month. I remember that.
So did you live by yourself? Or you live with, who did you live with?
My mother.
Well, you had Mal.
Mhm.
You divorced.
No, I lived with Mal's father.
But then y'all separated.
Yes.
And where
Now
did
then we moved back with my mother.
you and Mal?
I was pregnant with Mal. I moved back, then I moved back with my mother.
Hold on. Hold on.
What? Huh?
You was pregnant with Mal. Right?
Mhm.
And you was with his father.
Mhm.
And then Mal was born. Right?
With I had moved back with my mother because my mother said you might go in labor and you have nobody around you. She jived me into coming back home.
Okay. And then you and Mal's daddy and Mal and mother lived together.
Mhm.
And then Mal's daddy got a job at the post office. And y'all separated. Something like that.
Mhm.
And then where did you live?
I think that's the time I went to Indianapolis.
Okay. You went to Indianapolis. You
When a
moved
portion of the finance center, the Army Finance Center moved to Indianapolis in 19 whatever. A portion of it moved in, portion of it stayed here. It's right out there on page.
and what happened? Where was Mal?
Probably with my mother. Oh, look at him looking pitiful.
Okay. And then you met Elbert in Indianapolis. Indiana.
I met him in St. Louis.
Okay. So you worked in Indiana, and then you moved to St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
and then you met Elbert.
Mm-hmm. In St. Louis. He was already in St. Louis, whatever. I started riding with him, carpooling or something, with Elbert.
He started giving you a ride to work. He had a car.
Yeah.
He had a nice car, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, Elbert always had something to offer somebody. He was pretentious. You would think he had something. He ain't got nothing. He ain't got a dime. He go in and set the place up. Wonders who gonna pay for it. They ain't got a dime. That's your father.
So y'all started carpooling, and then y'all started hanging out,
Yeah.
and then y'all got married.
Hmm.
Or did you have the baby first?
I probably had the baby first.
And Gary first.
Hmm.
Then y'all got married.
Hmm. Yeah, Gary was at my wedding, so he has evidence for that.
Tell him
Gary was at my wedding.
Who did you ride to Indianapolis back and forth? Marion?
Elbert, he come all the way up there and get me and bring me home. He was pitiful. He was in love. Oh yeah, he was all. He go anywhere for me. He come get me in Indianapolis and bring me to St. Louis.
So then y'all got married and Gary was at the wedding.
Yes.
Then y'all had another baby. Who was that?
Elliot, a legitimate. I finally had a legitimate child. You're the only legitimate child. The only legitimate child your mother had. Oh.
Okay.
So you can brag about that.
Yeah.
I'm the only legitimate child my mother had. She was married.
Oh, where did you live before Farley?
Before I lived on St. Louis Avenue.
St. Louis Avenue?
With my mother.
So the first house you all lived together was Farley?
Yeah, that was my first house. My other house was with my mother.
Okay.
But that was my first house on Farley.
Okay. So you and Daddy owned the house on Farley. Who lived in the house on Farley?
Oh Lord. Dolores and Arlene and Junior and Mal and me and Elwood. And you were born.
I wasn't born yet. And Gary.
Oh, and Gary.
And
Gary was
Joshua.
born.
And Joshua.
Oh, I forgot about Joshua. Yeah, everybody lived with me, didn't they? I became the mother in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made me the mother. I wasn't ready for that to be no mother. All these nephews and things. I took my mother's place in the family, I guess. I wouldn't do that again. If she died, her children have to go with her. I wouldn't be taking my mother's place. And I just fell right into her place.
So on Farland, and then I was born.
Yeah.
And then everybody was in the house, and then everybody started to leave. I remember that. Who
Yeah.
left first? Oh, Joshua left first, didn't he?
Yeah. They all need to leave. They didn't need to be with me. They need to be with their own people. Dolores need to be with her mother's father. Her mother. Instead of that, she stayed with her father, which made her my stepdaughter, which gave me a fit.
Dolores gave you a fit?
Yeah, Dolores was lazy. She wouldn't do nothing. Isn't that awful?
I thought she went to college.
She did. Well, she didn't stay in college.
So after college, she came back home?
Yeah, I think that's when she married Henry. I'm not sure.
I remember.
Elliot, you make my family sound so complicated.
It was complicated.
It's not. I bet a lot of other people my age, their family just as complicated as mine.
Okay, who left the house first? Arlene? Arlene leave and go to the service?
She didn't stay with the family. Period. She fell in love with George. She got out of the period.
And Dolores left. Dolores went to college. Arlene moved around the corner. Joshua went to service.
Service, yes.
Elder Jr. went into the service. So it was just
Uh,
me and Gary, and Mal moved, got married and moved around the corner. I remember that.
Mal always had his daddy. Mal's daddy was good to him. His daddy always wanted to come and get him, take him places, and show me, show me what a good father he was. You know, Mal always had a good father. I think he was showing off more than anything else. He loved him though, but Mal had a good father.
So tell me about some stuff that happened on farm,
Like what?
like the parties y'all used to have in the basement, and the poker game, and the police coming in the middle of the night with paddy wagon.
With who?
When the police came
Hmm.
and broke up poker game and arrested people. I remember that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I probably do, but I don't remember distinctly.
But didn't y'all have some parties?
Yeah, but it ain't like we had a party house, and to you it was.
It was the party house. Everybody's like, we gonna go to Callie's house. We got a massacre.
Oh, my house was a party house.
We had a massacre.
So what?
So you did have one with running water.
Yes,
You had a
I
party.
like to. I want a nice house,
Yeah.
and a nice house consists of a rascal. That was a living in to have a rascal, whatever however you spell it. And I had a rascal, so that was a living in for me. That was high end. My girlfriends didn't have none. I did. My basement was not a basement. It was fixed into a bar and had a poker table, and it was fixed into like another place. That pool table, yeah. I had to get rid of that pool table.
Why?
Caused too much confusion. They want to shoot. You all want to shoot craps on a pool table or something. It caused too much confusion. That pool table had to go.
I was shooting
Because-
pool.
Yeah,
Had a lot of space.
that pool table was too much.
And did you have a swimming pool?
But not no real swimming pool. But I mean, to you all, it was a swimming pool. Y'all made a big deal out of everything. That was a big, my girlfriend I told you worked at Sears, and she gave me the wrong. She gave me the wrong one I bought. I bought the little one, and she wrote it up for the big one.
So y'all cheated Sears?
We did what?
You cheated Sears out of the.
Oh yeah. Merv worked. Merv couldn't steal nothing out of Sears. They wouldn't put her nowhere where she couldn't steal. And if you notice that when they would hire the black people, they put you someplace where you couldn't steal. And who would think you could steal a pool table?
You got the pool table from there? The pool table or the pool? Both of them.
Probably both of them. I'm not remember. I'd have to ask Merv. Merv didn't care about taking nothing. Merv had no mercy on Sears. She just didn't have nowhere to put it. And they put her in a department where she couldn't steal no clothes. They put her somewhere where she couldn't steal it. So she sent it to my house. That was my girlfriend.
Then you moved to North County in a nice house.
Yeah.
And did you still work for the government? Did you get a raise? Did you get a different job? Or were you still a clerk?
I don't remember getting no raise and all that.
But you were still a clerk?
Of course.
No, you weren't.
Well, I probably had a different job description. But when you get through talking as a clerk,
And then you and Daddy used to ride to work together,
and
you would always be late.
because of him. Yeah, that was rough.
And you drove down Natural Bridge.
That was rough. That was rough. Working with your husband is rough. You see him 24 hours a day. That's hard.
When you took off work, what happened?
Hmm.
When you took off work, what happened?
I took off work. I cleaned the house, stay in the house. It's like, oh, I got a house. It's mine. When I took off, yeah.
Yeah. I remember we used to have to clean the house on Saturday. Remember that?
Who was that? One of Richard's friends clean the house.
No. We had to clean the house on Saturday.
Well, I guess so. What was the big deal on that? Well, why you think the house gonna get clean? You all don't clean it. You had to clean the house on Saturday. You probably out playing ball somewhere. They have to call you in and make you clean it. You didn't volunteer and say, Mom, I'm cleaning the house. No, you belong to the little league and the doop, just like your father. Mom, you know I got to go to practice. Mom, you know I need that uniform. And I used to sew stuff on the uniform for y'all. I remember that.
Put the names on the
Mm-hmm.
The win. I remember that.
I seem to be the only mother. To me, it was another mother that participated. Most black women don't participate. I shouldn't be saying that, but it seemed like to me a lot of black women don't participate in these children's sports.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that. They probably do, and I don't even know it. Or maybe they have their reasons for not participating. Maybe their husband is there, they got their reasons for not participating.
Okay. Well, I got to go across the street. We're going to continue this tomorrow.
Do I have to keep this on?
No?
Well, you can hear what I'm saying. Oh,
Yeah.
take this thing off of me. Don't be bugging me.